Ren, are you okay?
Oh, I'm ready to go, bud.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. I'm back in the camp of the weed Nazis.
The weed Nazis?
Yeah, did I ever tell you about the time I thought about the weed Nazis?
No. Okay. So, are they Nazis about weed, or are they... are they Nazis that just have weed?
They're a race of aliens that are consuming the universe slowly, praising weed and with using weed, kind of American God style. Like, the more that people believe in them, the more that they exist. And the fact that I contemplated them this one time means that I am making an option whenever I chose to inhale after that. And just by telling you this, and every listener on this podcast now, anytime if you smoke weed after this, you're pledging allegiance to the weed Nazis. Because you're furthering their power now that you've imagined them and been privy to them. Yes. So all hail the weed Nazis. Does that make sense?
Nope, not at all.
Yeah, no, not really.
You're good.
So, yeah. Okay, so are these weed Nazis nice, or are they very mean?
I assume nice. I really don't know because I've never met them yet, but they exist, I believe. And, they're slowly consuming the universe. It could be a utopia. It could be bad. But in my mind, whenever I pictured them, they were bad. That's why it was kind of a hard decision to smoke that next one. And I wanted to consult somebody in the moment, but then I was afraid to because I didn't want them. Like, I was just really stoned. But I didn't want them to have to make the decision of joining the weed Nazis or not.
So is there like weed any other political movement?
Not that I'm aware of.
There aren't any weed communists?
These mostly exist in thoughts. But you know how there's infinite parallel universes. There's one where they exist and they're, the gods of the universe.
Next week is Spaghetti's birthday.
Oh shit.
So Randy. Yeah.
Could I leave a voicemail wishing him happy birthday?
Please. And if you could pull all clips from his appearances on the show. Oh, wait, they don't exist anymore. Fuck. God damn it.
I was going to do it, too. I was like, oh, shit, let me write this down so I make sure I do it for Rem.
I mean, if you can do it, I'll get them to you. I'll get you the things you need if you want to do it.
Oh, I'm not going to do it.
No, you're not going to do it.
I'm going to make fun of him for being from Missouri. I'm into that shithole town he lives in.
It sucks. Missouri sucks. All right, you guys, are you ready to get going? Adam, you good to go? You got enough pre-show into you?
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Yeah. I love when Adam's like listening to somebody and Adam makes that face. That one right there.
Why you got to comment about my face so much?
No.
Is it because I got a full chin?
Oh, you know what? I'm not making fun of you. All right, Jesus Christ! You come right out of the gate with the chin shit. I'm saying.
I just had to check you a little bit. Make sure that that's what you're saying.
Yes, I'm very respectful to my people and my guests. All right, let's do it. Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 162 of The Rich Dickman Show, the podcast that is slightly better than mediocre. I am your host, Rem, talking at you really fast because I want to get in those ears of yours. I want to get right down your ear canal, right up against your eardrum. I just want to kiss you. And I just want to whisper like this and say, hey, baby, I hope you're doing well. And I love you very much. I love all of you for listening. We are back once again. Me and Randy, big old Randy. What are you doing, buddy? What's going on?
At work, they call me Fat Randy because I I left my suit jacket there, my one that makes me look like a Baptist minister, hanging so that if I ever needed it, like if somebody showed up, I would put it on. And while I was out for a year, due to COVID and working from home, my friend Big Daddy went in there and put it on and sang the Fat Man in a little coat, but backwards, little man in a big coat. And then they started calling me Fat Randy from then on out. And today my director walks up to me and says, "Hey, why does the lady in workforce call you Fat Randy?" And I had to explain this whole thing to him, and it was real awkward because he didn't laugh or make any indication that anything was okay about it. So I don't know how I'm feeling, Rem.
I think you're feeling good. Hey, he's back, everybody. Randy's back. Randy fucks and FHC sucks. And tonight, definitely not main hosting with me. Sitting in that chair is my buddy from Houston. His name is Adam. Adam, good evening, my friend.
What's going on, Rem? So you doing an ASMR podcast or something, man? What the fuck is up with that?
We have no history, so I'm trying a lot of things. Now, maybe the ASMR thing takes off, and I get right up in there and I talk to you like this, and I'll spend $1,200 on the.
I can't do that anymore because I got this microphone that kind of rejects noise from the side.
You're gonna get something against ASMR streamers, Adam? Come on.
Do I have something against them? I don't watch them. I don't really think much of it. I do think it's really strange, and the people that act like they get like an eargasm listening to this stuff are very weird.
It's all about the tingles, Adam. I get tingles. You never got tingles from ASMR, bro?
No, not
tingles
really.
Down your back. It's like, you know how when you're kids and you give somebody the chills?
Okay.
Like, they come up and you breathe on their neck and you give them a little and it gives them the chills. It's the same kind of tingles. It's the same kind of process. ASMR really gets you in the feels.
Welcome back to the show, Adam. It's so good to see you. And I just finished editing your podcast, and I love it. So we're going to throw a shout out to Who Gives a Shit real quick. Make sure you listen to that with Adam and Crippled Jesus. This week they've got a guest. His name is John Breaks Bad News. That's not his name. His name is John from John Breaks Bad News. Good stuff, man. Thank you for putting that out there into the world, and thank you for all the love you've given to us as well. We'll talk about more. We'll talk more about that and get you all your plugs in later on, okay? But it's Who Gives a Shit podcast. But we got a lot to do tonight, okay? We were supposed to have HDNB with us. HDNB could not make it. Real life got in the way, as it does. So we'll reschedule her. We'll get back in there. And then we were going to do Fake News the Game with Heart of Tanks, but Tanks got busy as well with something. So it's just the three of us, you and I. All right, so we're gonna have fun. We got Dick of the Week. We've got Thinking with Your Dickman. All right, and we've got a whole thing on piss driblets. Let's talk about piss driblets real quick. All right, Dick brought this up in The Biggest Problem in the Universe a long time ago, and I didn't understand it at the time. All right. I'm 40 years old now, all right, and I just went to go take a leak, all right, because as I do, my pre-show rituals, I got to get up there and I got to empty the bladder, all right. And, you guys, gentlemen, are you guys shakers or squeezers? All right. Do you shake it or do you squeeze
Shaker.
it when you're done? Shaker?
I shake and hope for the best.
I guess I'm a squeezer, although if you need to be super thorough, you can give it one last whip at the end and really get it dry.
Yeah. So I've got my method for everything, right? I'm a man of ritual, okay? I put my left leg on my pants first. I put my right sock on first. Everything. I have an order for everything. And so after I'm done taking a leak, I'm a squeezer and a shaker. I do a little bit of both because I don't want piss driblets. However, now I'm 40 years old. And piss driblets are a thing. You think you got them all, and then all of a sudden, you feel little things running down your leg, and you feel like a horrible human being. Like, I don't even know how to take a piss anymore. Adam, have you experienced this? If you pissed on yourself in driblet form?
No, not with any type of frequency.
Yeah, you're still a young man. It's coming. It's coming.
We're not that far off from each other, Ren. You just got really shitty genetics.
Oh, that's not nice. Not nice. Randy, piss driblets,
Look,
is that a thing for you?
If you have a strong chin line, you don't have piss driblets.
Motherfucker.
That's a fact.
Okay, I don't bring you on to definitely not main host to insult my chin.
As a larger man, and I know I appeal to the massive that is our audience. I would like to say that it's tough. And I get what you're talking about. You get those piss driblets right at the end, but it's tough as a fat man to hold the beast. because it's just because I drink all this water and I have a heavy stream, and it's just like a damn, one of those little summer things that the mother has where it goes shh for the kids. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
It's just like that. And I'm just hoping for the best every time. And every time I have khaki pants on, I turn around and I have to check to make sure that I didn't actually dribble on myself. And I hate it. And sometimes I do, and I have to tuck it up before I leave in case somebody's looking at my junk. So then I just have it kind of scrunched up in between my legs, and I kind of hide it that way. So, pissing is one of those things that gives me a lot of anxiety, Rem. And I have to do it like 5 times a day. So
why you got piss driblets on the brain, Rim?
Because I just experienced piss driblets. I'm like, I went to go take a pee pee, and then I'm feeling like piss driblets on my leg as I'm walking. I mean, what the fuck? I'm an adult, and I don't feel like an adult because I got piss driblets, and then I'm spilling food all over myself when I'm eating, like ruining shirts and pants with oil. Like my daughter for my birthday had my brother-in-law, producer Ryan, make a design, right, of a little saying that she and I had. And I had this beautiful shirt that she had made for my birthday. And I'm eating dinner one night, and I don't know what the fuck I spilled on it, but it was full of oil. And I just fucking ruined the shirt. So I'm just ruining my clothes left. It's a bad time. It's a bad time right now with, feeling like an adult. I feel like a child all the time. So that's why the piss driblets came up.
Man, for a second, I thought you said you were pissing oil, and I was about to give you a heckin' concern.
Yeah. No oil's coming out.
Just vinegar.
All right, richdickman.com. For all your Rich Dickman needs, get in there. The website is back up, everybody, okay? And if you dig around, you might find a couple things of interest. All right, well, we're slowly going to turn things back on as the heat dies down. And if I get told to turn them back off again, I will. But currently, as we know, all the episodes are not available on any feeds. You kind of got to go out of your way to find them. But hopefully we can fix that soon. But yeah, richdickman.com. Get yourself an Eat the Rich t-shirt. Go to Amazon.com, search Rich Dickman, get the t-shirt because it's real nice getting those royalty checks, Randy. It's real nice when that happens. I like that. It's like, woo, this is my one.
With Mr. Rich Dickman, are you allowed to do third party stuff? Can you do the cameos?
We did this one.
Can you on Twitch stream?
Yeah, well, I can't Twitch stream because I don't know how. But I can do the cameos. And I can teach you t-shirts. Yeah.
Okay.
Get in there,
dude.
And then,
you should totally try and get on Cameo. Like, let's fill out the paperwork and see what it takes.
Ain't nobody's paying for that shit. Come on.
I would.
What? Yeah.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I would pay you like I don't know, $2.50 for a Cameo.
$2 or $200.
$2.50. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like just for shits and giggles, I'd definitely do it for $2.50. Yeah.
No, you know who would get on Cameo is Crippled Jesus. He would actually make money on Cameo, Adam. I'm holding that idea. So? It's mine, but you can present it to him. Say, hey, Rem thinks. Yeah. Are you kidding me? That audience of yours, they wouldn't pay Cameo prices for Crippled Jesus to say stupid shit to them? They absolutely would.
Oh man, people would be real assholes. They'd probably give him something to say, and then they'd have in parentheses like say it like Walt Jr. They'd be like, "Oh, motherfucker."
He'd get rich in just a couple of months. He'd have so many orders for the cameos. It'd be great.
Do you think he'd be as popular as Jim Cornette? Like that dude does them 300 at a time.
Yeah. I think you can get there. All right. I was on Tab Bert's podcast with his buddy Tim. Here's What I Don't Get. You might know Tab as Mad Cooks. I was on Here's What I Don't Get this week. That episode just released this evening. Today's Thursday. So here's what I don't get.com. You can find that episode there. That was a lot of fun. Tab almost beat up a lady in a road rage incident. And I got to complain about why the 90s were better than the 2020s. The 90s were better. All right. That's business. I'm doing this thing with my hand now, Adam. I'm over the past couple of weeks, I've gotten so angry at the situation.
Why do you have to be more stereotypical?
See, that's the thing. I got angry at the situation with the Ray of Sunshine, and now I'm just more animated. I'm just throwing hands everywhere. And
I see you just moving your hands around. I just see like beep it a boppo, beep beep beep.
Yeah,
beep it a boppo.
Beep it boobity bobbity boo, boobity bobbity boobity. And they did that wrong. You got to add an A. That's how you speak Italian. Just add an A.
But
after
the more you move your hands around, the better deaf people can hear the podcast.
It's
That's
true.
what
Yes.
I've been told.
Yeah. We are very inclusive here at the Rich Dickman Show. We love all people, even our deaf listeners. Thank you for listening. Is that offensive? I hope not.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
offensive
definitely. I'm
because
totally getting canceled now. That was pretty terrible. Did I ever tell you about the time I delivered to deaf people?
no.
Oh, they were such pricks. He handed me a 50 and I didn't have change. And, he started like yelling at me. And I was just like, and I wrote it down. I don't have change. Yeah. But it's like, and anywho, he stiffed me then. I actually had to give him more money than I had because I didn't have any coin on me. So he got like an extra 52 cents off of me. But as I was leaving, him and his wife, they were both deaf and they were, yelling, what they do. But as I was leaving, the baby started crying and I didn't tell him. So.
Oh no, that's right. We can't hear the baby crying.
Yep. I didn't tell him. I just left because they stiffed me, that's what they get.
Well, you showed them, Randy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I'm pretty proud of myself for that one.
What's going on with
Yeah,
you, buddy? How's things? How's the world treating you these days? What's new? What's interesting? What's exciting?
I'm holding up, really. I finally got to the point where I could delegate a bunch of things in my company.
Nice.
That was a real pain in the ass. It was kind of stressful getting there, and where my normal job is actually pretty damn busy. Like prices of things are all kind of like out of whack for a little while. So it's strange. Like this was a really weird time to try to get something made.
Yeah. Like if anything, yeah, because wood's fucking expensive. Like a sheet of plywood is like what, almost $100 these days.
It's gone up quite a bit. I'm making stuff out of steel, but steel's has gone up too, and also, but just getting necessary supplies is harder to find. It's just harder to find things in general. So there's that level of inconvenience when it comes to getting something made and trying to get people to sign on to make a new product.
Well, I've been told that these astronomical gas prices and the very high prices of lumber and steel and the prices of food that have gone up, all these higher prices and all these extra expenses we're paying, it's a good thing, right? I'm told that it's a good thing because it means we're going back to normal. This is a weird normal. I don't remember normal like this, but hey, that's what Chris O.C. says. So
actually my a guy who used to be a driver for me back in West Virginia.
Yeah.
Just posted on Facebook all the median gas prices for the last 4 years, so all the way, or 6 years, all the way back to 2015. And about every summer, it starts to creep up right up to around $3 a gallon. So it's kind of
false. Gas prices have got expensive for a multitude of reasons, really, but it's mostly Rem's fault. This is all because of people not masking, and then Rem encouraged everyone not to wear a mask, and this is the fallout they get. Thanks, Rem.
Yeah. So, since you brought it up, all right, I wear my mask where I'm supposed to, even these days. If the store says, Matt, please wear your mask, I'll wear it because I'm a respectful individual. But if it says masks are recommended, no, that's it's coming off because why? It's dumb. Everything's stupid. And it's time to kick everything into gear and get back to the way life was.
You know what they're doing in my office, man? If you're vaccinated, you can go maskless. Yeah. But everyone else has to wear a mask. So
do they check?
You have to put the information in and scan in your vaccine card. And then you get to walk around. Yep.
I don't like that at all.
They're going to dangle that in front of people's face. Yeah. I don't. Oh man, I care about my privacy. And I've actually been I've yet to go off on someone for trying to intrude on my privacy. But I can feel it coming. I'm like, oh man, someone's going to try to get in my privacy more than I would really like in the near future. I can feel it happening where I'm going to have to be like, what the fuck, man?
I just got to get some card stock and I won't have that problem at all. But I hear you, Adam.
Don't admit to a felony, Ram.
No, it's all satire. This is a satire podcast full of comedy and sarcasm. But you mentioned it.
The pandemic has taught me that comedy's dead. You already got people on this podcast getting canceled. Do you think the FBI has a sense of humor? I think the requirement of being in the FBI is to not have a sense of humor.
The requirement of being in the FBI these days is to be super duper woke and have 2 moms or 2 dads. I don't know if you've seen the Army recruitment ads these days.
That's the Army. If you're in the CIA, then you need to be a oh god, what is it like? A Latina
trans,
that's
Latina trans.
She's
trans man. You smoking again, Adam?
No, I'm thinking about this fucking CIA ad where they got this. She's got like general anxiety disorder, and she is uniquely herself.
We have a mentally ill CIA employee. That's great from when they're undercover.
That gives me so much hope.
The nation's work. Yeah. No. Nothing against mentally ill people. Just, I don't know that the CIA should be professional spies and gathering information and protecting America. It should be advertising that there's a bunch of mentally ill people working for them. It doesn't make sense to me.
And they wonder why the Russians can just walk right into all of our technology and walk right the fuck out with it. And why China can steal everything that we're, every major advance that we have, China just walks in and takes the intellectual property and does whatever the hell it wants with it and recreates it for themselves. No wonder that's happening.
Yeah.
It's because we're soft.
Let's say the FBI is still a bunch of cops and they're just waiting to fucking kick down Rem's door and fucking snatch his ass up because he joked about using a fake vaccine card. They're like, show me your vaccine card right now. And you're like, fucker.
I'd be like, bitch, I wasn't anywhere near the Capitol on January 6th, so I'm not who you're looking for right now.
You'd say bitch to the FBI. You wouldn't say bitch to the FBI.
I say bitch to everybody. But I'd say it like they wouldn't hear me. They'd be like, bitch, I wasn't anywhere near the Capitol on January 6th. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. But, here in Connecticut, go ahead.
Sorry, buddy. I was going to say there's this little town up the road. It's about 3,000 people or something, maybe. And maybe not even that. It's probably 200. But anyways, I don't know. They have a cop with like a 1992 Crown Vic is the car. And I drove by him going 29 and a 25. And I totally thought this asshole was going to pull me over because my tags are also expired. I totally forgot about that. But anyways, I was going 29 and a 25 and I was on the phone with Kristen and I was like, if he pulls me over for going 29 and a 25, I'm gonna cuss this motherfucker out. And she was like, no, you're not. And I was like, no, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do it. I really will. And then, he didn't pull me over. So I didn't get to cuss him out, but she was pretty pissed because she thought I was going to go to jail.
Man, I'm going to have to drive with some expired tags here in the near future.
Don't do that, Adam. I got no choice. Man. I got no choice, man. What, you want to yell at a cop? Just pull a gun on somebody.
No, I mean, so I only got to drive like from the garage where I'm getting this thing worked on back to the house, basically. There's a garage literally around the corner where I stay. But, so back in December, I dropped off my GTR to get it worked on, to get it converted over to ethanol. And so that garage has had my car for almost half a year, right? 5 months. And it's been a real pain in the ass getting this thing done. But so my tags expired last month. I wasn't anticipating this thing to take I wasn't anticipating on it taking this long, so my tags expired while it was getting worked on, and I'm like, well, shit, there's not much I can really do about this. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. I kind of have to drive with it like that, but...
I gotcha.
I got my license suspended over tags once.
I got arrested over tags. Got put in cuffs. Taken to the local lockup. Adam, when you do drive it home, live stream it or record something just in case something happens so you have record of that. We can play it on your podcast.
Oh, man. General rule of thumb is don't record yourself doing anything illegal. And
God,
even though
Rem,
I know
you'd be a terrible criminal.
So, but this is one of those like fun victimless crimes where actually I'm pretty sure any cop would understand my situation too and would just let it go because, I've kept on top of the thing. I just was not anticipating, it taking this long to fix this thing on this car.
Yeah.
Don't drive over the speed limit, bro.
When I was learning to drive,
Yeah.
That's going to be hard, too, because I'm making more power, man.
When I was learning to drive, my grandma got to renew the tags, and I got pulled over, and like she started crying real bad and got out of the ticket. It was so great. It was so great. Anyways,
she's such a sweet lady.
Yeah, she is. She's turning big 80 this year.
You guys mentioned masks. Happy birthday to your grandma.
Oh my God. I got to get her on the podcast. She will put Mama Rem to shame. I'm sorry.
Well, you don't have to talk about my mother.
That woman's buried 3 kids. All right. She's
Jesus Christ.
Chew her up and spit her out.
Right.
She got abused 25 years by her husband. Uplifting.
Yes. Okay.
Damn.
All right. Work on it. Yep. I talk to anybody. You know me. I love talking to people. So here in Connecticut, what happened is that on May 19th, all the restrictions were lifted. Okay. And the mask policy is now in line with the CDC guidance. All right. The CDC, bunch of doctors and scientists have said, if you're vaccinated, you don't need a mask. You're good. You're good to go. Indoors, outdoors, you're ready to go. But if you're not vaccinated, you should be wearing a mask inside. Okay.
Huge jump in vaccinations that day with the announcement. Like a 13% increase.
Oh, good. Yep. So here in Connecticut, we're a very blue state, and people out here like to follow rules or whatever it is. I don't know, a bunch of assholes out here. So I'm in the store, I'm in the grocery store, okay, and it's the mask policy follows CDC guidance, and of course, as a vaccinated individual myself, I take my mask off. I'm not wearing that goddamn thing. All right, so I'm doing my shopping. And they still have the one-way arrows on the floor of the supermarket, okay? I don't know if the supermarket has just not had the staff to remove these arrows or they expect you to follow them. I don't know. I don't care. They just happen to be my natural path anyways. So I'm just going up and down the aisles following the arrows because that's just the way I go through the supermarket. Again, man of ritual, do the same thing all the time.
I bet you'd kill in the Chinese Communist Party, man. I bet you'd move up way faster in the ranks than you do over here.
Yeah, because I know self-preservation, Randy. I know how to get myself places. I'm doing my thing. No mask, shopping, following the arrows. And there's a whole bunch of people here in Connecticut who don't want to take their masks off. I don't know. Maybe they don't want to be identified as Republicans. Here, 93% of the adults in Connecticut have had at least one shot. And I think we're at like 70% fully vaccinated. Like we're really high for vaccines. And our positivity rate out here, by the way, is hovering around 1%. Yesterday it was 0.75. Today it was 1.04. Okay. So basically it's done. It's all over here in Connecticut. All right. So I'm doing my thing. I got no mask on because I'm a vaccinated individual, Randy. And all these people around me are wearing their masks, and they're all older, so I assume they're fully vaccinated, but they're still wearing masks. Okay, no problem. That's your choice. You want to wear a mask? Go ahead. All right, no problem. Here's the interesting thing. Not one of them was following the arrows on the floor. They were going wrong way down the one-way aisles. If you're going to follow one rule that you don't need to follow, why don't you follow the rules? I don't know. There was a weird disconnect in my head. And, as I speak to people about this, I realize nobody else sees this the way I do. So I'm just setting it out here to our 12 listeners. Maybe one of you feels the same way. It's just odd to me that the people wearing masks are not following the one-way guidance in the aisles. Adam, do you have any thoughts?
Rim, people are naturally stupid. Sorry. I'm just saying it's really hard to follow arrows. I don't really look down. So
Chris OC said the same thing. He doesn't look down when he's walking. I'm like, how the fuck do you know where you're going if you don't look down?
I'm fat as shit, dude. I don't like to look down. All right. It's sad down there. Oh. All right. It's like, oh shit. Right. Yeah. It's kind of a, quiet shame thing.
Yeah. So nobody's following the arrows. How long have people not been following the arrows?
Well, so here's the thing. The arrows have been in place since like the beginning, right? And there's always these stupid idiots who don't know how to follow the one-way arrows, and they cause the log jams in the aisles. And I'm not sure if they're still being enforced or not. I don't know. I have no idea. But it was just interesting to me that people wearing masks were not following the one-way arrows. I figured they'd follow all the stupid rules. Yeah. Anyways. Thanks, guys.
They're not following the CDC guidelines, so they're not following the arrows on the floor either.
Yeah.
This is a Chinese-heavy episode, so I got to ask you, Rim, did you hear about John Cena having to apologize to China?
What a fucking cuck. Holy shit. What a piece of shit. I always respected John Cena, all right? Until now.
Yeah.
No more.
What you don't
No
you
more.
don't
The guy says
respect
Taiwan's a
the
country, then
Marine.
apologize.
You don't.
Fuck you,
He
John
was
Cena.
the Marine.
Yeah. until the Miz took over for him. Miz is a
So
better man
everyone
anyways.
is talking shit about this guy. By the way,
Yeah.
it's such an easy layup of a fucking slam dunk on it.
LeBron James did the same thing. You know what I mean?
Because he's like speaking Chinese, people just replace the dubbing of what he's saying to be like, I really have no spine and no dick, and I love you, China. I will suck your cock. Like Taiwan isn't even a real place.
See, all these people with money, they all have masters, okay? John Cena owes his money to China. LeBron James, his sneakers are all made in China. Everybody is owned somewhere, either Russia or China. It's all coming from somewhere. And the more this shit goes on and the more that we get information out there through the internet, the more we learn about how fucking scary that actually is. Like, John Cena is apologizing to China. Guess what? Last year, I said to Chris O.C., I said, you know what, Chris O.C., I don't think this whole thing is like natural. This whole pandemic, it feels like it just, I don't know. It just escaped from a lab, right? Somebody fucked up in a lab and it just got out of a lab, right? Because, when's this shit ever happen? When's it come from a goddamn pangolin, right? And then he told me I was crazy. So you're just spouting off those right-wing conspiracies. Like, no, I'm not. this is my normal thought process.
Well, were you spouting off right-wing conspiracies?
Yeah, there's a lot of people on the left questioning that too.
Look, there's an old saying, man, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean you're wrong.
Thank you. All right. I wasn't spouting right-wing conspiracy. I was spouting off my own thoughts. Like, this had to have come from a lab, like either on purpose or by accident. And guess what? Now they're saying, oh, you know what? It may have come from a lab. I don't know.
What's the over and under on that, Rem? What do you think the chances are that it came from a lab?
100%. I think 100% came from a lab. An accident
There's no
or
doubt.
on purpose, I don't know.
No doubt at all.
There's no doubt in my mind it came from a lab.
I'll go 51-50.
And we'll never...
I'll take the safe bet
because our government currently is being bought by China, paid by China. So we won't know. We'll never get a straight answer. We'll have the investigation, all this other bullshit.
I heard from a reliable source that it was the Jews that released it in the lab. Is that true, Rem? I think we get it from the same sources, right? Your neighbor.
I love the Jewish
Jesus
people,
Christ, Rem.
Adam.
Enough trouble. You're really going to boil Israel-Palestine down to enough trouble?
I'm saying I love...
You're just going to gloss over what's going on, the murder of innocent people on both sides?
Okay, first of all, not the Palestinian people. Hamas is being a bunch of assholes. All right? The Palestinian people...
They're the duly elected government. You're a guy who follows rules. You blend in. Yeah. You persevere.
Okay.
All right? They're the duly elected government.
The Jews versus Palestine... I don't give a shit either way. I don't care. Like, I have my own little compound here on my hill, and I got my militia to protect me. I don't fucking care. I know that the coronavirus came from a lab. That's what I know. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
You guys are looking at me like
51-50
conspiracy theories. Come on.
Yeah, and I heard from another very reliable source that half of the people that are involved in this Israel-Palestine thing are involved in releasing coronavirus in a Chinese lab.
It wouldn't surprise me if China was involved in that.
And I bet the Dutch had something. I would bet if I were going to lay it all on black, just put every chip that I had, all like $200 on something happening in this string of reality that we've created now, just by thinking it into existence. I would put it all on the Dutch being involved in that scenario that you just laid out.
Randy,
why the Dutch?
Because he's high as fuck.
I just don't. That's why. I just don't trust him, Adam. I don't trust anybody with the name Dutch.
Trust the Dutch.
Yeah, they have orange in their colors. It's weird. They shouldn't have an orange in your flag colors or in your uniform.
Oh no! I boiled it all down to that episode about the trolls in South Park, where it ended up being the Dutch. Sorry.
Speaking of trolls,
totally ripped that off.
My new favorite game. But Adam, where are you laying on the lab leak theory?
I say this sounds pretty probable. Like that, it makes sense.
At the very least, it's a good movie. like very cheaply made screenplay. Well,
they
I'll have my
kind of
buddy Bart
already
knock it
have
out.
this movie where there's like some monkey that escaped from a lab and it got killed and put in like a wet meat market or something. And this gives you like super brain Ebola and your head explodes and shit. Wow. And the whole world like goes into lockdown or something. I forget, man. But man, I watched it while I was in prison, and there was an Ebola scare going on.
Yeah,
because
you know what's funny about the Ebola scare?
They always love a disease scare because they try to ruffle everyone up into a disease scare every like 2 years for some reason. You got to
see what you can get away with. Yeah. You got to see how far you can push the people. The Ebola scare is interesting to me. I'm glad you brought that up. I wasn't just planning on spending any time talking about this bullshit, but here we are. When the Ebola thing happened, all right, we had like one or two cases in the United States. I'm like, you know what? We should actually be taking this seriously because Ebola kind of sucks, right? And if that thing gets out, that could fuck up a lot of people. Like Ebola is dangerous. So let's take this one seriously. Let's contain the Ebola and let's get rid of it in the United States. And then people told me, Rem, you're being crazy. Rem, it's only one person with Ebola. Why are you being an asshole? I'm like, I'm not being an asshole. We should probably be really careful with Ebola. Okay. Turns out they fixed it. 3 people, 4 people, whatever it was. And we were done with Ebola. Now Corona comes around and, people go crazy because we thought dudes were melting in the streets of China. And that didn't turn out to be the case, but then everybody got scared and stayed scared. And here
the Ebola
fucked up.
Ebola wasn't anywhere near as transmissible, but people were still freaking paranoid about it. Like there was like some wedding dress shop that had to shut down because one of the nurses that ended up testing positive for Ebola was getting married and she had gone to this shop, and then because people found out and then they figured out she had Ebola, like no one went to this wedding dress shop and the place just had to go out of business. Like it was kind of weird seeing how people reacted to this shit because this stuff was so deadly.
Yeah. Ebola is fucking crazy, so we should take that seriously. Now, I want to move on from the disease talk, all right, because there's a lot more fun stuff that we could do tonight than me spouting off all my bullshit. But I do want to make something clear. There is another podcast in the ether that had made mention of me making comments about the virus and me an anti-vaxxer or a corona denial bullshit. Just to be clear. I do not deny the existence of coronavirus. I realize that it's a real thing, okay? And I realize we've had an exceedingly great loss of life, and that sucks, and that sucks, all right? But I also recognize there's a lot of stuff surrounding it that people should be asking questions about that we're not allowed to ask questions about. That's all. That's all. You know, I'm a question asker. That's what I do.
This disease has created a lot of fear and complacency, and I think that if we don't get a wrangle on that soon, everyone's just going to zombify through it. And
please, it's all over.
Rem's stance is that you shouldn't wear a mask and punch a cop, but only if they're one of the bad apple cops.
Yep,
that's exactly what I just said. Yes, those are my words exactly. Thank you.
I can get down with that. Thanks, Adam.
Yeah. On another note, Canada sucks, and Canada's stupid, and I'm sorry for the good people in Canada who live there. I'm sorry for you. Please come back to the States, because Canada sucks. Let's see. I was in New York City a couple of weeks ago. Man, I hadn't been to New York City since November of 2019, right? That's the last time I went to New York City. I was in Queens with Chris O.C., went out to see some wrestling and have a good time, and I was back for the first time 2 weeks ago. I was with producer Ryan in Harlem. I mentioned this last week with our great guest, Roast Mortem Cast. Thank you, Roast Mortem Cast, for coming on last week, by the way. Tom, Travis, Cody, and Mike, you guys are fantastic. I love all 4 of you. Thank you.
Yes.
But I was in Harlem.
All of you were awesome.
I was in Harlem 2 weeks ago. And producer Ryan met me at the Harlem train station. All right? I'm not a frequent traveler to Harlem, New York, right? Well, I don't see very much. I usually just go straight to Queens or down to Manhattan, and that's it. Man, Harlem is a different world entirely. Don't
Never
live in
seen
cities
a black
if you can
person
help
before.
it. No, listen. That's not a thing. That's not what I'm saying here. It's just Harlem
Do you love
is
black
just
people?
a weird place. I love all people. Adam, I love all people.
I asked about black people. Do you love black people?
Yes, of course I love black people. They're my favorite people.
You gotta love them more because the reason I say that is because they've had a hard road. And I feel that, and I really feel that, and I want to empathize, and I want to do everything I can to try and alleviate that and make a better future.
Yes, and we start by saying we love all of our friends of all different colors and cultures and creeds and ethnicities. I love everybody. But Harlem is a weird, scary place if you're just walking through for the first time. And New York City needs to do a better job of keeping their streets clean. And safe.
The cops gave up.
Oh, the cops gave up? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. The cops have quit doing anything.
They put their hands up. Their hands are tied. It's kind of like in Watchmen, the HBO series from Warner Media. Check it out on HBO Max, where the cops have to get authorization to pull their gun. That's kind of where we're headed.
Buildings are falling down. There's trash in the streets. It's not great. Get down into the rich part of Harlem where the Clintons are. It's beautiful. And we need to fix that. And that's what I'm saying. We need to bring the cleanliness and the beauty everywhere. Not just where the goddamn rich people live. Yep. You're not going to catch me, buddy. I love everything and everybody. So I see your brain.
That's not the dirty side of Harlem. You're like, no, these dirty people. We need to bring them with the Clintons over to the dirty people.
I didn't say anything about the people. I said about the area.
You said it was dirty in the area. So if they're you wouldn't call them trash. Clean. You wouldn't say they're clean people, would you?
So Adam,
I'm curious. I just recently had to buy jewelry insurance for a piece of jewelry I purchased.
Jewelry insurance.
My zip code, the insurance policy. Yeah, the insurance policy was very cheap. I wonder if I put in a Harlem zip code, how much the insurance policy would be.
Do an experiment. Adam, when you put your garbage out, what day is garbage day for you down in Houston, Texas?
Me, Thursday.
Yeah. Thursday. So here in Crackerberry Junction, it's Mondays, right? So I put my garbage out. The garbage man comes. He takes my garbage out of the bucket, dumps it into his trash truck, takes my recycling, same thing, from the bucket, trash truck, and goes house to house, boom, 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 right? Everybody's got their trash receptacles out on the corner or the curb, right? And it looks neat and orderly and everything looks nice in trash day. Not so in New York City, okay? You ever been there? I think you have. But in New York City, where does the trash go? There are no trash receptacles. Everybody puts all their shit into a bag and they pile it up on the sidewalk. And then when the trash men come around, they go up and down the streets and they dismount the truck. They grab these bags off the sidewalk and they throw them in their truck. But they're not running the trash trucks 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They run them a couple times a week. So when you get there, there's piles of trash. Literally piles of trash on the sidewalks in front of people's homes and apartments and businesses that you have to walk around and buy because New York sanitation sucks. All right. So with the trash come the rats and all the people digging through, looking for bottles. All right. They're opening up the trash and pulling out bottles and taking those to recycle them for the extra change. It's kind of a mess. All right. I'm not saying anything wrong. That's the way it is. You got trash piled up in the streets. And then I was down there. I don't know if you guys remember this. They had the sanitation workers strike, like 2 years ago. Boy, what happens in New York City when nobody picks up your trash for a couple of days? There's a lot more trash to walk around. There's like fucking mountains of this shit everywhere. So it's not great. I don't know why anybody wants to live in a city. I'll take the country any day. Yep. Look, you got something to say. Go ahead.
Of course, Rem. So,
sorry.
So, do you more have an issue with the sanitation or like the way that people just don't respect trash day, man?
Both. The sanitation workers should be out there every day picking up trash at this point because there's so much of it. There's so many people and there's so much trash building up. They should be working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week cleaning up. Because it could be a beautiful city. It is.
I got the results in, Rim. I got the results right here, hot off the presses. Our diligent interns crunched all the data. 28% difference between my zip code and the zip code of Harlem. in price for jewelry insurance.
Wow.
So now at some point in the future, somebody will be able to take that sentence and figure out my location and hunt me down. That's how the machines will get me, Rem. That's how they're going to get me.
I'm kind of surprised. So you're only 28% more likely to have your jewelry stolen from you if you're in Harlem?
Yeah, according to this little study that we just did, this little process. I entered the same value on the piece of jewelry and just changed the zip code and got the quotes, and the difference in price was 28%. So
it's the Clinton part of Harlem that's doing that, right?
I just opened a database. I'm gonna get back to work crunching numbers, and I will check in with you guys.
Randy, I just want to say I cannot wait to see your Mr. T necklace in a couple weeks. All right, when you pay off the layaway, I can't wait to see that big hunk of gold hanging off your neck. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Adam, so do you want to give advice, or do you want to? What do you want to do next? You want to give advice, or do you want to do some dick of the week?
Give advice.
You want to give advice? Okay, let's get into it. I'm a professional advice giver. I have been since 2012, Randy. You know that. And let's help some people.
You want segments? We've got segments. It's Thinking with Your Dickman.
All right. Got one of our female listeners wrote in, and there's only two of them, so we could figure this one out real quick. But Jessica writes into us. I am writing to you today because I'm seeking advice and a solution for my unique medical conditions. I suffer from narcolepsy, and treatment is only mildly effective. Additionally, I suffer from perpetual cyclospora, also known as explosive diarrhea. This becomes a terrible problem when I fall asleep during the day and wake up mid-bowel movement. Oh, Jesus Christ. I've tried adult diapers, but they are bulky. The thinner adult diapers don't catch all the feces. Jeez, my God. This predicament limits my ability to travel great distances, so I mostly stay at home playing Sims 2. Aren't they at like 5 now? And feeding my cats. Since you guys are experts in giving advice and poop, it only makes sense that you'd be able to solve my situation. Can you help me find a way to stop having both conditions affect me at the same time? All right.
Yeah, you catheter that shit. You poop in a bag, son. You poop in a bag.
I know exactly how you solve this. All right. Yeah. So you do a bunch of heroin to, so that you get constipated, so that you're not squirting shit everywhere. And then you do even more meth so that you stay awake all the time and the narcolepsy doesn't hit you.
Yeah. I like that.
So that's the secret. A lot of heroin, but a lot of meth. There you go. That's the secret.
That'll even you out, so you don't get too addicted to.
Dylan from NFHC can get you hooked up with the meth. That's Dylan at NFHC.com. Dylan at NFHC.com to get hooked up with meth.
Yeah, he loves meth. Now you could do heroin, of course, right? But that could lead you down some dark paths. So I would have maybe you go see a doctor who specializes in quote unquote pain medicine and get yourself like a Percocet subscription, a Percocet prescription, because that'll bind you up as well. All right. That'll bind you up. Now you can also, I don't know how effective this would be, but we did a liquor fueled, Randy, where we made our own Four Loko once. And that's on, you get patreon.com/Rich Dickman, Adam, patreon.com/Rich Dickman, not TRDS or Rich Dickman Show. It's patreon.com/Rich Dickman. But thank you for trying to plug it. But that episode of Four Loko is on our Patreon. And what we did, Randy, is we had found caffeine pills, and he crushed them up, and we mixed them in the Kool-Aid ale vodka mix that we had going. So you could do a whole bunch of Percocet and get a bunch of caffeine pills, so you can bind yourself up and stay awake. But more seriously, Jessica, gut health is also mental health. So if your gut's not doing right, you're going to have a tough time up here in the old noggin, okay? And I know that as a person who suffers from IBS, and I'm not afraid to admit it, more people should talk about this, that when you're not feeling good down there, you're not feeling good up here. They kind of go one and the same, they work together. So you have
fucked up shits, and that's why you're retarded.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I just want to make
That's
sure.
what happened to his chin. It used to be really full, and then he got IBS, and it all flew out.
He shat out all his chin. It leaked out of his butthole.
Go see a doctor. Don't write into the Rich Dickman show about your medical issues. Go see a goddamn doctor. Randy, do you have thoughts?
It's a good thing you got to the Rich Dickman show, because my advice was the best advice. You do just enough heroin so that you don't, leak out of your butthole, and you do enough meth so that you can stay awake all the time. A doctor's not going to tell you that, because that's too much of a good time to actually, be having. A doctor can't suggest something that awesome to you. And only on the Rich Dickman show are you going to get actual good advice from me about this. Yeah. Heroin and meth.
Adam, have you done either of those drugs before? Heroin or meth?
Done meth before. Tried it.
Yeah. What's meth like?
Depends, actually. So it can give you a shitload of energy, and I was actually able to catnap on meth. That was kind of a weird feeling. Yeah. But it also kind of depends on how much you do. I never really did all that much of it, on account that I was really wary of the stuff. And actually, I didn't like the way that it made me feel overall. Like, I do this stuff, I get all skitzed out for a little while, and then kind of by the time I get back to normal, I look back and I'm like, damn, it's been like a day and a half that I'm sort of missing out of this. Where did all the time go? And I didn't like that feeling.
Yeah. So, I get that feeling when I'm playing Valheim. Where's the time go? What happened to me last time?
My friend Ike may have told me about this time that he took an Adderall and Ritalin together, which is technically methamphetamine salts, methylamine, and the amphetamine salts. This is what he's telling me. And so he's kind of done meth. Or has he, Adam? That would be my question.
Don't look at me. I don't know anything about that. I mean, you can get pharmaceutical meth.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, it's a Schedule II drug, so I forget the generic name off the top of my head. But yeah, people get fucking meth prescribed to them for weight loss and shit like that.
Yeah, that used to be Trim Spa, baby. Killed Anna Nicole Smith.
Well, that's a little bit different. What was she? She was selling that stuff that had like fin in it or whatever the hell, right?
Yeah, Trim Spa, baby.
What was the chemical in that actually killed everyone? It was like phentylamine or something.
Rem, I think you just created a Mandela effect. I don't think it was called Trim Spa.
It was called Trim Spa. Trim Spa. Top
Although
4
I did
Fat Burners 2021. Oh,
I did not know. Like, from your episode, I did not know that it was Anna Nicole Smith injecting her own booty with used needles that ended up killing her. Like, no, that was interesting. Yeah. I didn't know that.
These people got all this money and they can't afford needles. What the fuck?
I just got bad habits, and they're fucking dope fiends, You got a chick from Houston that's a real ratchet that's fighting over a bunch of money from an old dead guy.
She was beautiful, though. She's a beautiful, beautiful human being.
I got to refute, Rim. I just got done crunching the numbers, and it reminded me of a story, or not a story, kind of a tale. It's kind of how my dad died. But
is this like a Jesus Christ parable?
No.
Oh, damn.
But my dad may have taken Percocet to clear his IBS. He drank a lot of Diet Pepsi, and it made him just go crazy. And he couldn't stop. He was addicted to Diet Pepsi. And so he started taking the Percocets, and then he started doing the speed. If you're doing this combination, I don't recommend you drive, because he ended up wrecking his car.
Is this serious, or is this just dead dad humor?
No, let me finish.
No, this is on that's on this advice shit.
But yeah, this is just some advice. He wrecked his car, and then he went and they had to life flight him, to the nearest major city. And they were so focused on his head that they didn't see he had lung cancer. And so,
Oh my God.
and so that's what got him, because he started getting better because he came out of the coma. We took him to the nursing home. He had to learn to walk again. We caught him in bed with a nurse though, like, 5 days after he woke up.
Hell yeah.
And
oh, no shit. What a player.
Yep. Yeah. Well, and my dad, like, he had the charisma, man. He had the charisma. And, in his heyday. And, but with this nurse, within this, like, during this time, like, I had to take care of him because nursing home was terrible. This is how I found out that old people fucking nursing homes, is through this time in my life. And so, but anyways, he comes out of the coma, catch him in bed with the nurse. Well, one day they come in and they're changing him, and I accidentally get a check. I accidentally see his junk. And he's small like me, small but stout. And that kind of changed my perception of my father. And then he started getting better. He started walking, and then he went downhill, and he went downhill real quick. And by the time they found the cancer, because they kept sending him home from the local hospital with a urinary tract infection, and by the time that they found the cancer, it had already metastasized and spread to his bones. He died 3 days later in my grandparents' living room. Yep.
Damn. So, but whenever he went to the hospital the first time, it's because he was driving on Percocets and speed.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh, okay. So
he wrecked his car.
If you're taking Percocets and speed because you got unique medical issues, don't drive.
Well, it was all because he drank too much Diet Pepsi. So I'm going to sue their ass, and we're going to take Rich Dickman worldwide. This is how we get in China.
Randy, that reminds me a lot of this.
Long-distance dedication. And this one is about kids and pets and a situation that we can all understand, whether we have kids or pets or neither. It's from a man in Cincinnati, Ohio. And here's what he writes. Dear Casey, this may seem to be a strange dedication request, but I'm quite sincere, and it'll mean a lot if you play it. Recently, there was a death in our family. He was a little dog named Snuggles, but he was most certainly a part of... Let's start again. From coming out of the record. Play the record, okay? Please. See, when you come out of those up-tempo goddamn numbers, man, it's impossible to make those transitions. And then you got to go into somebody dying. They do this to me all the time. I don't know what the hell they do it for, but goddamn it, if we can't come out of a slow record, I don't understand it. Is that on the phone? Okay, I want a goddamn concerted effort to come out of a record that isn't a fucking up-tempo record every time I do a goddamn death dedication. Now, make it, and I also want to know what happened to the pictures I was supposed to see this week. This is last goddamn time. I want somebody to use his fucking brain to not come out of a goddamn record that is that's up tempo, and I got to talk about a fucking dog dying.
Yeah,
I hope this guy's in the Radio Hall of Fame.
It's Casey Kasem. Of course he is.
Okay, good.
That's pretty funny.
All right.
Anyways, that's my dad. I got all kinds of dad stories. Yeah, all kinds. He had a crazy youth. He told me while he was on Chantix trying to quit smoking. He told me all these stories. All these different timelines. Just playing.
Thank you, Jessica, for your writing in. I hope that advice helps, and I hope we learned a lot about Randy's father. Let's get in to some Dick of the Week. HDNB did come through with some Dick of the Week nominations. Let's do that.
Ladies and gentlemen,
we gotta pay Ray of Sunshine.
Time to introduce this week's finalists for Dick of the Week.
His contract's still in effect, Randy. I don't know if you knew
first
that.
Nominee.
Like, all that shit still stands because he didn't. He had to leave himself. Where's my thing? I'm killing time. I lost my mouse. Oh, here we go. All right.
Hey, everybody. Mars here. I've got a story. I have two stupid arrest stories, and the first one kind of addresses the point of how social media is going to ruin everything for everyone at some point.
It already
even
has.
if you're a criminal. So this first story, a drug dealer in Liverpool in England, Carl Stewart, age 39, was sentenced to 13 years and 6 months last week after he pleaded guilty to conspiracy to supply cocaine, heroin, MDMA, and ketamine, and transferring criminal property. He got caught how, you might ask? Were it not for a photo he shared of himself holding a block of Stilton cheese at a reputable British retailer, he still might have been free and up to his shenanigans. But he was arrested after he posted the photo on the encrypted messaging service EncroChat, which I don't know what that is, via his handle Toffee Force. Unbeknownst to him, the service had been cracked by police in Europe, and from that his palm and fingerprints were analyzed and police had their man. Merseyside Police Detective Inspector Lee Wilkinson said Stewart had been, quote, caught out by his love of Stilton cheese. So how's that for a stupid criminal story? I got to find the other one, so more on this on the next one in just a minute.
Adam,
I nominate AI as Dick of the Week for scanning those palms.
Yeah. Nah, the cops are the Dick of the Week. What the fuck? They're just gonna like hack every possible program out there to try to get your like fingerprint data, so they can try to like get you for some bullshit drug case. That's freaking.
They're not going to be able to do that if smart people don't give them toys they don't need.
Nah, but Adam, they're going to do it anyway.
This is what people want now. They want vaccine passports, and they want cops knowing everything about them.
We're talking about the British. They're not people.
Hey, I guess you got a point. All right. Let's move on to our second nomination. Well,
by the way, the headline writer for AP for that last story might also be Dick of the Week because it was Big Cheese No More.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So,
my
next contender here is out of Maryville, Tennessee. And so a woman accused of driving through a COVID-19 vax distribution tent as a form of protest has been charged with 7 counts of felony reckless endangerment, according to police. Virginia Christine Lewis Brown, age 36, was arrested after a Blount County deputy witnessed her driving through the tent at a vaccine distribution event Monday at a mall in Maryville. A report said that more than a dozen health department and National Guard personnel were inside the tent. After a deputy stopped Brown, she told him she drove through the site to protest the vaccine and was only traveling 5 miles per hour. It was not clear if she had a lawyer at this time. That'll show him, kill some people because you think vaccines are full of Bill Gates robots.
Yeah. You didn't kill anyone.
So, hope that helps. Have a great week and keep on keeping on. Bye.
Thank you, Mars. I wish we were talking in person tonight, but maybe we'll do that in a couple weeks. So we'll get it together and have fun. So what we have there is a woman protesting vaccines, drove through a vaccine tent. Listen, I mean, really, no matter how you feel about the vaccines, it's everybody's individual right to get one. As a vaccinated individual myself, as I identify as one, I would not appreciate anybody driving through my vaccine tent. So don't do that shit, man. Fucking people want their vaccines. Get them to have their fucking vaccines.
Oh, but
just
look,
don't force
this
them.
broad,
Don't force
this
them.
freaking broad drives through a vaccine tent. Whoop-de-doo. Look, who's the Dick of the Week in this story? It's the cops again. Like, what, 7 felonies for just driving through a freaking tent? Chill the fuck out,
She
man.
could have killed someone, Adam from Houston.
What happened?
There might have been.
It wasn't a problem. No,
She single-handedly raised the car insurance rate for that zip code with this. Okay? Single-handedly. Yeah. Everyone that now lives there has to pay more on their car insurance. So I say it's the car insurance company and AI again, because AI helps them calculate that.
Randy, maybe Dick of the Week is women drivers.
Ooh, no. I'm not touching that.
No.
Why not? Why not women drivers? I mean, they're not the ones that cause the expensive insurance rates, because it's men's reckless driving that gets people killed. It's just that women are
it's
much
men who
more
beat
frequently get in like minor accidents that cause a lot of property damage. So, but people dying costs a lot more. That's why men are more expensive to insure.
Rest in peace, Mr. Huelhauser, or whatever you're doing. Maybe you're in Palestine. ISIS moved over to the other one. I don't know. I don't know what you're up to, but you would say that this lady just had a bad day, and that that she does deserve ultimately a chance to rectify the situation. She should have to pay as restitution, though. Everybody in that area is the difference in their car insurance that it went up. That's all I'm saying.
Ooh, yeah, that's rough. Okay.
So get charged with 7 felonies.
Yeah, that's what Randy's saying.
4 years house arrest. There. All right, give her a work from home job. You know, should be fine.
Sweet ass ankle bracelet, starting OnlyFans.
Yeah.
So, yeah, our nominations tonight are the drug dealer in England who got caught because he posted a picture of his Stilton cheese. The cops in England, according to Adam. We got, who was that one I wanted to? The AP writer, the headline writer for that story. Randy, who did I say? I forgot. I can't remember now. God,
I think everybody has been Dick of the Week this week. Just everybody single-handedly, each and every one of you is Dick of the Week. That's my vote.
You got the woman who drove through the vaccine tent. You got the cops at the vaccine tent charging over 7 felonies. And you got women drivers as Randy nominated.
Just crossover. Just say the cops in general. Both the cops in the UK and the cops in Tennessee. They're both freaking Dicks of the Week.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm going with you, Adam. Let's play the bumper here.
After much deliberation, the incredibly handsome expert judges have come to the consensus that this week's Dick of the Week award goes to...
So I just want to say real quick is that I don't agree with what Randy said, that women drivers are Dick of the Week. I don't agree with that at all. And maybe Randy thinks that women drivers are terrible and raise insurance rates around the country and are terrible drivers. I did not say that. That's all Randy. And I
was giving you insights from the data.
I'm disqualifying that one, Randy. I'm not going to allow that kind of talk.
You brought it up, man. Okay. All right.
All right.
Okay. It was me.
So
picture this: we were both butt naked. Anyways,
Adam, Dick of the Week are the cops in England who use a social media post to go find a guy who's just dealing happiness to people. All right, that's fucked up. That's messed up. And that's scary. that's super duper scary when you think about it.
Yeah, that is some Black Mirror shit, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, the people who gave them that technology, in my opinion, they're Dicks of the Week.
They catfished him into giving up his personal information to get him convicted of a crime. That's fucked up.
Yeah, they can choose not to use that technology, Randy. Nobody forced them to do it. Okay?
He didn't know what he was.
But it's so cheap and it raises their scores, man. They're just playing a video game. It's all Call of Duty's fault.
Randy, guns don't kill people. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. Okay? Can't blame the technology. Yeah. All right. So thank you, Adam. That was fun. We're gonna blame the cops. Okay. What's the fuck? Oh God, I wanted to tell you guys a story real quick, and I don't remember what it was. Son of a bitch! This is what happens when you drinking this delicious homemade wine my father made that I just can't remember now. And it was in my head, so I'm gonna waste some time here while I'm thinking about it because I think it happened while I was driving. It had to be a driving story, right? Nope, it's gone. All right. We got some voicemails this week, so let's talk. Let's hear from our fans. And the greatest bumper.
Thanks for calling the Dickman line at 860-316-4776. Please leave a message after the beep. It's voicemails.
Love that shit.
What we got here?
Hey, fellas. Matty from Australia here. Getting married tomorrow. I'll call him in the morning if I get the chance. Have a good night. Happy birthday, Ray.
Obviously, he didn't get a chance. Maddie in Australia is getting married, I guess, today, Randy? Like, I don't understand how time works. But, Adam, what do you think about that? What do you think about Maddie in Australia getting married again?
They're ahead 13 hours from me. I don't know about the getting married thing, though.
Whack. Yeah. Why are you getting married on a Friday, Maddie? You can't do it on take care of your guests. Do it on a Saturday.
No, get them a day off work, man. Maybe two, because you do the rehearsal dinner the night before.
You're going to demand people's PTO
they,
days.
Yeah, they get so much
married.
PTO.
You're a fucking, you're
so
a
much
fucking
more than
asshole,
we get.
Randy.
Thank you, Adam. Thank you.
No, they get so much more PTO because they have a better government.
We're not Australia, and in Australia, it's not even a real place.
Yeah.
You know, Adam, I don't disagree. I really can't argue that it actually exists. I'm sorry, Maddie.
I was watching Real Life Lore comparing populations of different countries, and like there's less people in Australia than there is in like fucking California or some shit. Like that's probably not right, but there's not a lot of people in Australia. That's what I'm saying. All right. Thank you, Maddie, Matthew. Congratulations, my friend, on getting married. Your lady sounds like a lovely gal. So I wish you nothing but the best and happiness and all prosperity to you and yours. Have lots of children. 3 is plenty, 2 is too much. But have the kids, become a good dad, and contribute to the world with your progeny. So, all right, let's go to our next voicemail.
Hey boys, I just want to say thank you for doing a great podcast.
You're welcome.
Normally pretty much only follow politics, news. I watch some car videos and things like that. But you're the only podcast I listen to with you guys and who gives a shit that is solely entertainment. And I don't know why. Just for some reason I've latched onto this and I'm not breaking this fucking routine. But, you know, you guys really make Saturday at work, you know, enjoyable. You make me laugh. You make me smile. And just keep doing what you're doing. My work day depends on you. Other than that, I want to say happy birthday, Ray. Have a good day.
Thanks, buddy. Tell your friends. Tell all of your friends.
Rim, how much did you send him?
You're the king of Saturday, Rim.
Dude, that dude cuts a hell of a promo for somebody. How much was his cameo?
Yeah. He actually, he pays me. Pays me. All right, let's go to the next one.
You know, hats off to Rem for being on his 3rd podcast, because, you know, he had the Advice for Worldcraft podcast, and then after that, he had a podcast with 2 other guys, and then one of them died, and the other one killed his good personality, and now he's, you know, another co-host. So, I mean, hats off to this guy for sticking it through. I mean, he's rebranded himself more times than Joe Rogan bouncing issues. So, I mean, congratulations, buddy. You're fucking unkillable.
Thanks. I'm unkillable, Randy. You ever heard that about anybody? I'm unkillable.
Yeah, John Cena. I heard it about John Cena. Then he had to apologize to China. A superhero is dead, Rim. He's dead.
The Marine sold out to China.
Yeah. Fuck John Cena. That guy sucks. Thank you. I am unkillable. This is what? This is my 3rd official podcast, right? We had the World of Warcraft, and we had Liquor Fueled and all the Storm Ride stuff. I guess it all counts as one podcast, all the Storm Ride stuff, Randy. And we're doing this. You know what? And I started thinking about this one. All right. I am not one to toot my own horn or jerk my chain, so to speak. I'm a very modest individual.
But toot, motherfucker.
Right. Amen. Thank you. All right. This is 162 of these fucking things, okay? And I've lost 2 co-hosts as it is. All right. Not because I'm an asshole, but because one wanted to go fight for freedom with ISIS. And as Randy said, he's probably currently in Palestine right now, sending rockets to the Iron Dome. And then the other one got canceled by some stupid bitch HR lady. Okay. And you know what? They're still my friends. Usually all my relationships, Adam, end with not being friends. They end terribly. Like I'm a notorious for not having any friends because all the relationships end. Yeah. Yeah, one day you and I will probably get into it pretty good, and we'll never talk again, which is probably good that you don't talk to me as it is. It's so hard to get a hold of you. Adam, I'm going to tell you this. You need to learn how to use an emoji once in a while, all right? Because when I don't use emojis.
You,
no,
dude. I'm going to put my foot down right here, right now. You tell me to use an emoji. We got a problem.
Motherfucker, I need a smiley face just every once in a while just to know where you're at. Okay? That's
everything is completely
Hey, Rim, I want to start a new bit called
if I'm
Johnson
writing
Did
in
It.
text, don't put any emotion in anything that I text you at all. All right.
Yeah,
just don't do
I don't
that.
like that.
That's why I don't use emojis either.
Here's the thing. I'm going to start calling you on the phone.
I'm
That's
not going to use an emoji.
And then GIFs.
I'm going to. Yeah.
How's your GIF game, Adam from Houston?
I don't do that either. Look, I might ironically type out an emoji.
Yeah. I'll take it. If you typed out smiley face, I would take that just so I know where you're at when I'm
sure
when I'm
you would take that, but I'm not doing that either.
Why are you being so difficult, Adam? Oh, my bid is Johnson did it. So Scott Johnson did this with Justin Robert Young. It was a podcast called Unfriend Me.
Emoji. I just don't do emojis, man.
It was hard enough for me to
even get into texting back in the day. It's something that I barely got used to. And so, but I do draw the line in emojis. That it seems like a young girl thing to do. So I'm just not gonna.
All right. Well, listen, if anybody...
That's just like your opinion, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anybody's looking to contact Adam from Houston and have like a personal relationship with him, just be prepared that it's all fucking no caps, no punctuation, and no smiley faces. So you never know where you stand with the guy. You have no idea. Like, hey, Adam, you want to come on the show? When? Normal time, bud. It's like, I can maybe make that. That's it. That's all I get. I get no confirmation or nothing. I have no idea.
Man, you messaged me at like the worst possible time. I had like taken a nap and I woke up and saw that you messaged, but I was already in the process of like going back to bed. So
can I just say you're very brave to come out as a napper? I'm a napper, man, and everyone gives me shit,
man. So
but I'm glad you're coming out as a napper. I didn't expect that.
I work a man's job. Sometimes I get back from work and I'm fucking tired and I want to take like an hour and a half nap or something if I'm going to be up even halfway late.
Bless you. All right, one more voicemail. All right, I love you, buddy. I'm just...
You know, it just dawned on me. I take back the other podcast because, Randy, you should go solo. Because it just dawned on me that Rem fired a co-host because he was going to hook up with a porn star that he fapped his teenage years away to. He got so jealous that someone was going to motorboat them titties that wasn't him. He fired him. Holy shit.
Oh,
I just put this together. Oh, you son of a bitch. They were just the giant titties, and you just got so attached. You fapped your emotions into them things. How dare you betray...
Goddamn. So I want that entered into lore, Randy, that, yeah, you know what? Ray was hooking up with Kayla Cleavage and I fired him. Ray of Sunshine, excuse me. I like that.
Okay. I love this. Yeah, I love that this is turning into, fiction. Like we're creating works of fiction. We just got to change the names. And
I mean, yeah, it's true. We can kind of talk about past episodes and just make up what happened and no one can go back and really look. And so at that point, it's just your word against mine. We can just make shit up about what happened back then. And Rem, you were super salty and ultra butthurt.
My favorite
carrot cleavage more than you.
And my favorite is now that all this has happened, is that you went back in time and saved somebody's something from the World War II, and you were in the French Army. I don't remember the whole
saved
bit,
Cody's Cody's grandfather. I saved
Cody's grandfather. I thought it was someone from NFHC. I thought it was Dylan, but I was like, no I'm just making that up because I wanted it to be Dylan.
Jebediah,
I want Rem and Dylan to get along. Dylan, quit picking on Rem, okay? He's in a different weight class. Okay?
No,
he's
Dylan,
a heavyweight. You're a light heavyweight. Quit punching at him. All right?
Dylan likes just constantly jabbing at people that are sensitive. And Rem's a surprisingly sensitive guy.
No. Listen, I can take it with the best of them. Don't worry. I've lost my ability to give it. That's the problem, is that I used to stand in a goddamn hallway with a bunch of other custodians that had come from lesson home, and I would just bust on these assholes like left and right. Just the meanest, dirtiest shit I could think of. Boom, coming out of the fucking laying these guys down. Boom, boom,
busting on assholes, the mean, dirty shit.
Busting on assholes, eating dirty shit. That's exactly what I was doing.
Get your shit together, and you and Dylan have a roast off. Let's do this on like episode What are we on now? 200 maybe? Maybe we can book that for 200.
Okay. All right. So last thing, Adam mentioned having a man's job, and Adam, I respect that because I myself have a man's job in the world of Valheim. Okay, I don't know if you know what this is, but it is a survival game.
You son of a bitch.
It's a Viking survival game that Randy got us all playing a couple months ago. Okay, it's great. It's still in pre-release. It's in development. It's $20 on Steam, but it's a Viking world. You build your own shit and you kill stuff, and I love it. Right? I didn't like it at first, but I can't stop playing this game. I'm doing it all the time. I play this fucking game. So, anyways, in order to keep the friendship alive between the three of us, Randy, myself, and Ray of Sunshine, I decided I was going to go into our shared server world. And, Randy and Kristen play together. They haven't played so much lately. Randy, where's Kristen? She needs to hear this. But I said, you know what?
I'm
going to go into this server and I'm going to build Ray of Sunshine and I our own little compound, right? So I fenced the motherfucker. I built 2 huts, right? I got a whole bunch of supplies. I built storage containers. I got benches and I got ramparts. I got all things, this great little area built, right? So we can get in there, we can play, we go kill things.
He's trying to film Brokeback Mountain in Valheim with Ray.
Yeah.
That's what he wants to do.
So I keep telling
for
Ray,
Patreon.
You got to get in there. You got to look at what I made for you, man. Hey, go check it out. And he hasn't gone in there to go check it out. There's this troll, this big fucking troll who'd like just come over and just like, hey, hello, I'm a troll. I'm going to chase you and try to kill you now. And these fucking trolls have killed me like 3 fucking times. I couldn't do it myself. I'm like, Ray, you got to get in here. You got to help me out.
You just got to shoot arrows, bro.
Randy, I'm getting there. Randy has like 6 jobs nowadays, so he can't play Valheim with me. And I'm just waiting for Ray because I haven't talked to Ray. I haven't actually talked to Ray in 3 weeks. All right.
Of Sunshine. You got to bleep now, dude. Write it down.
No, it's late in the show. Nobody's listening anymore. People stopped listening after the first Corona round. I
thought it was when I revealed my dead father as a new character in lore.
That's when everybody else fell off. It fell off right off at that point. So, anyways,
it's like a Seth Rollins match, troll. Right?
Yeah. I went back to my World of Warcraft days and I kited this motherfucker with arrows and I killed this troll and I chopped his head off and I put out to Ray, you got to get in. You got to see the troll head I made for you, buddy. I got this troll head for you. The motherfucker finally logs in. All right, after a week and a half of me telling him, Ray, I got all this stuff here. He finally logs in, right? And I'm like, oh shit, Ray's playing Valheim tonight. I'm going to log on. I'm going to play Valheim. This is going to be great. I'm going to play with Ray. I haven't talked to Ray forever. I'm so excited. I put my earbuds in. I got Discord on. I'm in the voice channel. I'm playing Valheim. I'm here, Ray. I'm waiting for you, buddy. And the asshole never shows up. So now I'm starting to think, Adam from Houston, that maybe Ray and I are getting worked here. Okay, maybe Ray just realized he needs to be off the podcast and didn't have the fucking balls to say, hey, guys, I got to leave. He needed to make up this whole story about a crazy HR lady and a stupid Christian boss not wanting him to get... What do you think, Randy? Do you think that's plausible? Adam, you have any thoughts on Valheim? It's a great game.
Jules is definitely in on it. Yeah, her and Ray are in cahoots. This has been building for 6 years now since you left the show. Or maybe 7.
You sound paranoid,
7.
man.
Yeah. 7 years.
This is all fiction, folks. It's all fiction.
Yeah. No, I love that game. If you haven't played Valheim, you should. It's a lot of fun. And if you are playing Valheim, let me know. I'll get you into Randy's server because, who knows? My buddy's not playing with me. I'll have to kill some.
Don't take any of our shit, though. We worked on that.
Yeah, it's for me to take, not you. I take the shit. I take all the shit. Yeah, what? No. Adam, what are you playing right now? You playing any fun games? You out there? Like I see you on playing Soundpad. I don't know what Soundpad is, but every time I see you on Discord, it says Adam from Houston playing Soundpad.
That's because that's my soundboard, man. I gotta keep my soundboard at the ready.
What's your best sounder?
Oh man, I don't know. But here's one of the latest ones.
Sucked any ding dongs?
Oh Jesus!
Yo, you got it from Adam from your last episode from the Rabbit call when Rabbit says, "Yeah, but you're a cool guy." You got to get that and just keep that on the ready. Just ready
I'm
to
kind
go.
of retarded.
I don't know, man. I'm not a big fan of that crank call. I mean, it is funny, and actually having an outside perspective and someone cold hear that thing is pretty funny, actually, because this dude was not expecting this shit at all.
Listen, if the guy is trying to have sex with Crippled Jesus, what the fuck does he expect? Like, first of all, he's got to know who Crippled Jesus is, right?
No,
you don't
not
go
necessarily.
Really?
And this dude is top autistic. Imagine being autistic as fuck, and then being like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna get my ass pounded by this guy in a wheelchair," and then his friends impersonate him and break up with you. That's actually cold as ice, man.
I didn't know that part. Is Crippled Jesus taking advantage of the autists?
Or the autists are taking advantage of him. They used a sissy hypno porn to catfish him with traps into wanting to plow man ass.
Wow. Well, yeah, I gotta say, listen, hearing the story, all right, I don't want to spoil it, so go make sure you listen to Who Gives a Shit either before or after listening to this podcast. Maybe you already did, maybe you haven't yet, but you should check it out, episode 16. I am surprised and shocked, okay, that Crippled Jesus was able to keep his dick hard for that long in something he didn't enjoy. Like, what was it? What did he say? Half an hour that he was pounding that ass?
Or was it? Yeah, it was a long. Well, was it? Or was it an hour and a half?
I don't know, but he said he kept going and he didn't come and he didn't enjoy it. Listen, when I'm having sex and not enjoying something, I don't stay hard. It kind of, and you kind of can tell that I'm not into it anymore because it's not,
I fake the orgasm,
a soft
bro.
rope and do all.
I've done that before.
Yeah, what I'm saying, if you're not into it, it's gonna disappear. You're not gonna be hard for an hour. I don't know how Crippled Jesus, if he felt fucking this dude in the ass was disgusting, how he managed to stay hard for so long. That's like a superpower. That's amazing to me.
No, that's Viagra, Rem, or Blue Chew. We're sponsored by Blue Chew. We can get that sponsorship. Give them a call, Rem.
Oh, promo code.
You already got Manscaped offered. I don't know why you didn't take the money. I told you.
Yeah, it's promo code TRDS. You get 20% off Blue Chews, so you can keep your dick hard when you're plowing man ass for an hour and a half.
I would like to title this episode.
That's a free ad.
Yeah.
No, then you just fantasize about an ex-girlfriend and bust a nut somewhere. I don't know. You just got to get this stuff over with, I guess.
Yeah.
Promo code TRDS for 30% off nut busting Blue Chews.
When Ray of Sunshine and I interviewed Bella Benz, all right, and the interview was too hot to air, so actually it's deleted, it's gone now. So yeah, it was out there, so you're missing it. But it
wasn't. It never came out. When I first came on, I told you that I was mad about that. Actually, I quit listening to the show for a little while because you fucked up that interview.
I didn't fuck it up. Actually, I did. I asked Bella Benz. I said, "Listen, like you do."
You could have blamed Ray, Rim. He's not here to defend himself. Ray of Sunshine.
It's because they couldn't figure out Skype. I know what happened. Damn you!
No, my computer updated, and I didn't check to see that my settings were still in line. Okay,
dude, that totally happened to Flo once. Whenever I was supposed to go on there, Flo Euphoria.
Yeah,
you know what? I had an update.
I asked
Bella
fucking
Benz, Windows as a service is bullshit.
If you're doing all this anal sex, like how do you prepare? Like, do you know you're having a scene first? Like, what do you do? You shove water bottles up there? And so she went through the whole preparation, right? So I guess my question is, what kind of preparation did CJ's autistic boyfriend go through? Or it's kind of gross now that I don't know why I'm going.
You know, it's funny that you did say that because my mind went in the same direction sometime this week, and I immediately thought that I shouldn't think down this road of thought any further. That was a bad idea.
Yeah.
Papa John's garlic butter. You're a lube.
And here you go, trudging down this road, going way further than any rational person should go.
But you can't help it. You can't help it because there's preparation involved in anal sex. You don't just stick it in when you're in the backseat of a car. Dylan.
No, that's not true. What if you want extra seasoning on the booty?
That's gross. That's disgusting, Adam. All right.
Extra texture.
What is that red thing back there? Is that like a lifeguard float? What is that thing?
This
Underneath
thing?
the Batman? Yeah.
That's a big ass Nerf gun.
Oh shit,
Dude, what brand is that?
It's a Nerf gun. It's Nerf or nothing.
Oh, those suck. Yeah, no. One time I got like a $4,000 bonus check from Papa John's, and I bought a whole fancy Nerf gun set from Target that used these little darts. And yeah, I had those some bitches for like 6 months, and I shot. It's probably why I got divorced, honestly. But anywho, so I shoot those. And anyways, afterwards, I donated them to a church youth group. And they used them for a while and shot each other. And that's how you prepare for a religious war. So
there you go.
Modern day.
All right. Adam, are you just super tired tonight, or are you breaking your probation?
Oh, I'm tired, man. I've been overworked like a motherfucker.
Yeah. When do I get to work for your new company? That's what I want to know, because I think you need somebody like me.
Well, I got a finalized design. I'm just waiting for a company to give me a reasonable quote for what I need made, because it is not small. It's actually pretty big.
Are you going on Shark Tank with it?
No, not exactly. I'm going to like a bunch of different fabrication shops being like, hey, how much will you charge me to make this thing? And I'm trying to figure out who to go with. And it's kind of a pain in the ass. I've kind of washed my hands of it as much as I could, because I got a design, and now I'm kind of like handing it off as to who's going to do this stuff, because this is more of like a business choice versus like an actual like design choice or something like that.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, you let me know when I can help out, and I absolutely will. Randy, is that a fried apple pie from Jimmy John's?
What the fuck?
It's from JJ's Bakery from the Save-A-Lot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it a fried apple pie like the McDonald's used to be?
No, it's just kind of like a soft pastry. It's pretty good, though. It's frosted.
God damn.
No, yep. You can warm it up in the microwave.
Too sweet for me. I'm too old to eat sweets now. I don't like sweets. All right, let's wrap this one up. Adam, it's time to get swifty, baby. Tell me about who gives a shit, where I can find it, what I can do to be part of your empire over there.
Well, follow us on Twitter at WGA Shit Show. It stands for Who Gives a Shit Show. Or, join us on Patreon at patreon.com/WGA Shit Show. Type in Who Gives a Shit on any major podcast player. You'll find us. We're on YouTube, all that fun stuff. So, yeah.
Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
So you got any?
Yeah, that's my pitch.
Yeah. Did you get the bonus episode out?
Yeah, we got it out.
All right. Just making sure.
So we're still we're still coming up with bonus content and figuring a couple of things out. But so far so good. We're catching up to Stuttering John.
It's called stammering,
great.
Not stuttering.
Easy, Randy. That's his gimmick, okay? Yeah, make sure you listen to episode 16 of Who Gives a Shit. If you haven't listened to anything yet, listen to episode 16, then go back and listen to 1 through 15. John Breaks Bad News is on with them, and it's a great episode. John Breaks Bad News is a natural. It's good at that. It's good at that stuff. So, good on you. Randy, you're going to have to tech support CJ and get his shit together. I don't know what the hell happened, but it was quite an experience, but we know. That's what you get when you got crippled Jesus. All right. Randy,
Yes, sir.
The magic words, buddy. Say it.
Let's bring this baby home, Rem.
Thank you all. Thank you, Randy. Thank you all for listening to The Rich Dickman Show. I do appreciate every single one of you. And if you're new to the show and you're just checking it out because someone awesome like Adam said to check it out, or you came from Here's What I Don't Get, and you're saying, hey, how come this goes from episode 54 to episode 160? Well, it's because we had to delete most of our history. However, you can find us on YouTube, right? Just search Rich Dickman. Our YouTube channel will pop up, and all the episodes that are missing are still on YouTube. Okay, we're going to keep that a secret just between the three of us and then you listening at home. Also, if you go to the website, richdickman.com, the episodes are there as well. I know they're not as convenient as just having them in your podcast player, but they're there. And guess what? As we move along, as the heat dies down and people stop checking our website from all right, oh shit, I probably shouldn't have said that, Randy. As they stop checking our stuff, we may be able to turn these things back on. Okay, it'll be a couple weeks.
Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, thank you.
Beep, Rem, beep.
I got you. All right. RichDickman.com for all of your Rich Dickman needs. Click the merch tab. Support the show. You know, we can go to patreon.com/RichDickman. It's the end of the month. All right. When this comes out, it'll be the 29th. All right. Happy Memorial Day, everybody, by the way. Enjoy your parades and getting out and your hot dogs and getting together with your family and friends, unmasked or masked, whatever your pleasure, however you like to do it. Just get out there and hug people and kiss people and say, I am so happy to be free in this country again. Yeah. Hey, patreon.com/Rich Dickman. All right. At the beginning of June, we'll be releasing another Liquor Fueled as well. Any bonus content that I come up with, because I don't have, Randy, you got any bonus content coming? Probably not. All the videos of the show.
My milkshakes bring all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours. Damn right. Yep. It's better than yours. I'm going to teach you.
Got a lot going on. That's what I'm saying.
Charge.
RichDickman.com.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/Patreon.
Patreon, you get that video, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, you get that video. Yeah, the hardcore parkour video is up there as well. I forgot about that. Okay. And so what am I doing?
It's better than The Office's parkour.
Yes.
Just saying.
Thank you to Roast Mortem for being on last week. Thank you to Tab for having me on Here's What I Don't Get. So make sure you check out the latest episode of Here's What I Don't Get. That's got a lot of fun. And tomorrow night, I am going to be with the boys at Not For Human Consumption. That should be an experience. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens in that one, Adam.
I'll be there as long as I get off from my second job in time.
All right. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see how that one goes. But I'll be on the next episode of
That's where you can call Dylan out on episode 200.
RemDrinksCom.com.
Yeah. Is that still up there? RemDrinksCom.com? All right. But yeah, subscribe to the YouTube, buy a shirt. Thank you so much for helping out. Listen to our friends. Make sure you listen to Who Gives a Shit with Adam and CJ. I love the two of them. Make sure you're listening to Not For Human Consumption and our buddies at Roast Mortem. Everybody, we're all one big happy family. We're all good. Listen, that's what I'm saying. RichDickmanShow@gmail.com or at Rich Dickman Show on Twitter. You can find executive producer Randy at SirZero with an E or SirZero with an E at gmail.com. Producer Ryan is at Ryan TRDS. My mother at Rem_Mama. I, of course, and at Rem Dickman. And if you would like to call into the show and leave us a voicemail and tell us what you're thinking, Randy, how do they do that?
Oh, shit. Hold on. Time out. Dickman, I had one job. Dickman, my fucking Google signed out. Damn it, Drive.
I'll do it for you.
Damn, no, I got this, Rim. Just give me a second. Okay.
Starts with an
816-476-86770.
No.
It won't load.
Stop. None of that.
No, hold on.
Okay. Stop talking. Randy.
860-316-4776.
That's right. And if they want to
316-4776.
And if they want to join the show when we record live, when and how and where can they do that?
See, I was focused on that one, Rim. bit.do/TRDS1. That's bit.do/TRDS1.
Thursday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern. That's when we do the show. Adam, you've been a lovely addition tonight. Thank you for definitely not main hosting with me.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, bud. So you're a treasure and one of a kind. Randy, always exciting to have Randy back. It's always a good time. Yeah. Yep.
Back on the weed, allegedly.
And we'll be back next week. Next week is Spaghetti's birthday party. We get him before NFHC does, so he'll be here live with us on June 3rd, bit.do/TRDS1. If you want to say happy birthday to Spaghetti, 860-316-4776. Get in there if you want to do anything. If you want to just hop in the show, you can do that as well. I don't care. We're having a birthday bash. We do birthday bashes here, and we may have a special guest or two pop in and show some titties. And but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Be sure to card this guy first, man. You don't want to get catfished into something and figure out this dude is like a week off committing felonies on a show.
You know what, Adam? To one of the guests we're having on next week, I had to say, listen, he's just turning 18. Are you comfortable with that? And the guest says, well, as long as it's 18, that's fine. That's what we got coming. So hey, we'll be back next week.
And then
once
bam, we got her busted.
Yeah, and then we're all arrested. Oh, fucking terrible. Thanks for listening. Appreciate you all. You're all wonderful. Have a wonderful week. Enjoy your Memorial Day. Enjoy your picnics and barbecues and weather and all that stuff. And we will see you next week. Good night.
And Kristen, if you hear this, if you listen this far, because I don't know if you will, you're very awesome for getting me an apple pie and a water. Thank you.
You should listen first. Better download. I don't care if you listen. You should download. Adam, do you have a funny thing you want to say for saying goodbye?
Nothing immediately comes to mind.
I love how you look off in the distance. Like, that was my favorite part about that. You're looking like Richard fucking Nixon just... Whew. Man, this hit hard.